Hello, everyone. The transition to greatness has officially begun. Friday's jobs report was encouraging, to say the absolute least. The jobs in this country, we had more than 2.5 million added. The prediction was that 7.5 million jobs would be lost. This was a 10 million swing toward the positive side, and in fact, the greatest number of jobs created in a single month on record. That is extraordinary. 225,000 manufacturing jobs, 464,000 construction jobs, and 1.2 million leisure and hospitality jobs were all added in May. Beyond that, the number of workers who reported being on temporary layoffs decreased by 2.7 million in May. And more than that, and this was a great number that was pointed out to me today by the CEA, 300,000 jobs were created for Black Americans in particular. That's in May, and that was a 1.7% increase, so very encouraging numbers there from the CEA that they highlighted for me, BLS numbers that they highlighted. May's jump in average weekly hours also is an encouraging sign, because increasing hours is a sign that employers need to hire more workers to meet demand. For all private sector employees, average weekly hours increased by 0.5% to 34.7 hours, the highest level since the series began in 2006. 73% of small businesses are open. That is up from the 52% right before the April jobs report reference period. Also, workplace visits are up roughly 40% from its pandemic low. The stock market is absolutely soaring. We saw with the S&P that it had its greatest 50-day rally in history. The Dow, likewise, is also booming. The markets clearly have confidence in President Trump, the jobs president who created the hottest economy in modern history once and will do it again. Also, commentators and economists have noted how great this jobs report was. Yesterday, we saw Mohamed El-Erian, the chief economic advisor at Allianz, say this will go down in history as the biggest positive data shock for the markets and the economy, and you saw how surprised the markets were. They surged on Friday, capping a strong week with the NASDAQ closing at a record high. He said it was also very surprising to the economists. Not a single one thought that we would create jobs. Everybody expected the unemployment rate would go up. It did not. Also, senior economic correspondent at the New York Times, Neil Irwin, noted that we have to think that the May employment numbers count as a strong win for PPP supporters. Obviously, the president signed that into law and has been a big cheerleader of the PPP. Typical economists missed it by 10 million, as I noted at the top of the briefing. 10 million. That's bigger than the entire state of Michigan nearly, and that's how much economists were off. Why is this happening? Well, it's happening because America has taken note of the fact that we have a president who ushered in the hottest economy in modern history, record low unemployment for Black Americans, for Hispanic Americans, for the disabled, for our veterans. Paychecks were beginning to rise under the President Donald Trump economy. We have the great jobs creator in office, and America clearly has confidence in this president. You have a president who fundamentally understands how to put this country back to work, and we saw that in action with the Friday jobs report. And with that, I'll take questions.